Hello, my reading friends, and welcome back to another reading lesson with Miss Meadows. I am so excited to be reading with you today, and we are on our last book that we are going to be revisiting. That is going to be on informational texts. So remember, this is different types of stories like magazines, biographies, newspapers, science texts, recipes, how-to articles, and social studies texts. Informational texts are always nonfiction. They give facts about a topic. Informational texts have a central idea and details. They have facts about events, people, animals, and the world. They have text and graphic features like headings, labels, maps, and captions. And there's text organization like cause and effect, sequence, and description. We're specifically talking about text features today, which is where authors choose text and graphic features to help explain ideas or to help readers to locate information. So, for example, words that are in bold text are darker than other words, and that means they're important. Bigger text is usually more important than smaller text. Italic text is leaning to the right. It means to pay attention or read with more feeling. And then labels name parts of a picture. So this picture has leaf, trunk labeled, and then the whole picture of a tree is labeled as well. So as we read this story today, I want you to think about all these text features and let's try and point out some as we're reading. Our story is a reread all the way from back in November that's called Goal by Jane Medina and illustrated by Maine Diaz. We read this story a long time ago, and it's going to be one of our informational texts that we're reading. This says, "Hi, I am Colette Mora. I like to play soccer. Here's how I got started." Here's an actual picture of her, and then a drawing of her. "Today I get to be on my very first soccer team. I see my twin Yvonne and my friend Brittany. We have our equipment. We will have such fun." And now here we've got this label. We've got our text features of label. We've got smile, ball, sock, cleats, and shin guard. So we've got all those labels, which is a part of our text features. "Mr. Chan will coach us. Pick a number for your uniform," he tells us. Yvonne picks 6. Brittany picks 10. I pick 12. I am at my first practice. Coach tells us the rules. Kick the ball. Do not use your hands. But the goalie can use her hands to get the ball. The rules help you play fair and be safe. Then we can all have fun. Coach tells us how to pass the ball. I kick it and Brittany kicks it back. Coach tells us how to dribble the ball. Kick it a little, then run to it, he tells us. Kick, run, kick, run, kick, run. Little by little, we find out how to play soccer. I am at my first game. The referee tells us to play fair. Then we play. I pass the ball to Brittany. She kicks it to Yvonne. Kick, pass, kick, pass. Yvonne kicks it back to me. I dribble the ball. Run, Colette, Coach yells. I am very quick. The goalie runs to get the ball. I kick it at the net. Then goal! I got my very first goal. Now you know how I got started with soccer. I am such a big fan. Will you try soccer too? So it was kind of a quick read, but I want to talk about why that was an informational text, because it didn't really feel like it was giving a ton of information because it felt like a story. But that was what we would call a biography. A biography is a story about someone. So this was the story about how a girl named Colette started playing soccer and how she became a soccer player. It told her story of how she became a soccer player. So it gives facts about a topic. It taught us about soccer. It taught us the equipment you use, how you play soccer, what some of the rules are, taught about the coach, all of those things that make that story an informational text. Now, it also had a central idea which was soccer and Colette learning how to play soccer. It had facts about events. It had facts about soccer. We saw those text and graphic features. It had labels and captions. And we saw text organization. It had that sequence in it of when she first started playing soccer and how she was nervous and didn't know all the rules, and her coach taught her the rules. And by the end, she was a great soccer player. And now, in present time, still loves playing soccer. So it gave us that sequence of events, which means all of this was an informational text. It was a biography or a story about somebody's life, which was awesome. So I really hope you enjoyed this story today. This is a great story to do your gem choice board with because any of our choices will work because we've got great characters in this story to go off of. So I hope you have fun. Just a quick little read today with our reread for informational texts. I hope you enjoyed it, and I can't wait to read with you tomorrow. Bye, friends!